Yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy Mike Beats here, and I hope everyone is doing well today. So, today I got this Shawn Ferrari or Chief Keef type beat that I wanna break down. Really fire beat. Yeah, just that classic trap sound. I ain't really got not much else. I hope y'all gonna enjoy today's video. Go follow me on IG at MikeBeats_. Yeah, I'll be posting there consistently. All my beat posts, all my reels, all that kind of stuff. All my links are down below. Go check them out. Let's just get straight into it.
Dying to live. Mike.
First we are at 159 BPM, and yeah, first I started off just with melody, and I basically started off with this Noir Pier for the piano. Just go on here, go Noir Pier, go grand piano, and here for the piano. And basically what I did, I made this really simple pattern, these low piano notes right here. I'm gonna play this right now. Yeah, so just simple two notes hitting right here. I just made this first like 2 bars and I copied it over Control B or Command B if you're on Mac. That's basically what I did with this pattern. It didn't need much effecting. I could have just went full crazy and put like portal and reverb, all kinds of stuff, but yeah, it really didn't need none. So I have just 2 EQs. This first one I got these lows right here, and the second one I'm taking some frequencies out and I'm boosting some of the frequencies as well, just to make the piano sound more better and also yeah. But that's the first low piano. As you saw, just start off like really simple. You don't need to have a crazy MIDI pattern. If it sounds good, it sounds good. Now the next thing that I did was I went to Contact again, and I had these strings of winner, this strings full harmonic marcato, and I have this kind of a like horror strings. This is really something out of a horror movie, if you ask me. And yeah, that's that. Just a really simple chords on D sharp minor. Go up here, this arrow, view, scale highlighting, and D sharp, and then like minor melodic. I did this basic thing that I do in most of my glow beats, and that's just I go up 1 note so it creates like tension, and these notes too. When making these kind of string patterns, this like horror movie, you want to add notes that are just right next to each other. So like I'm gonna show y'all right here. So this A sharp and B, and like this F and F sharp. Yeah, and just choose a string sound that's really high pitched and it's a really like dry sound almost. But yeah, that's for this pattern. I messed with the velocities just a bit. These velocities, these are like almost every velocity is all the way up. And now we have this brass. Brass, really important part of Chief Keef beat. Right here I just have this Contact 6. Yeah, this one just from Roland Phantom X Contact Bank, and just yeah, go here, acoustic brass, and then FS brass. And yeah, just basically everyone uses this brass, a really good brass for these beats. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm playing this low note. Basically what I'm doing is I'm playing these low notes right here. So this rhythm, I started off with the lower notes and then I just double it up 1 octave so it sounds a bit bigger. If I now take these off, these top notes off, it would sound like this. And when I'm adding these, it adds more body to the brass. And yeah, just basic stuff, you know. And there I have this Fruity Reverb right here. These are the settings if you want to copy. And then I have Fruity Parametric EQ too. Yeah, really important for cutting the lows, because later when we are adding the 808, it doesn't clash. So usually what I do is I cut it somewhere right here, like this range. And yeah, those are the first 3 sounds. Next up I went straight to the synths and leads and stuff. So I have this Contact, this is from Roland Phantom X Bank 2, the TMT Sec pad. And yeah, this is kind of a weird pattern. I really repeated these notes right here. And what I do with these patterns usually is I repeat notes over and over to make the pattern like repetitive and not that complicated. Sometimes I like to make it complicated just for the beat to sound interesting and stuff. I just kind of went And yeah, with these pulsating pad sounds, you want the pattern to be really repetitive. In my opinion, you don't need much like changes in a pattern. Of course, you can change like at the end of these 4 bars, like right here, you can change it up, move this to B and G sharp, do some little changes, and then of course at the end of the 8 bars. And on the mixer, I just have pattern check EQ2 cutting out the lows, really simple stuff. And next I have this Job X sound. And that's again from the Roland Phantom X Contact Bank, and that again, that plays really simple like 1 note pattern. It like goes up to different notes, so yeah, that's really cool. That's just pattern check EQ2, and I took like these low stuff out that might interfere with the 808. But yeah, that's enough of the pad. Not crazy with it. This is like a really simple melody. Then again, I'm going to pulsating pads or synth, and I'm taking this EU reggae. So I'm taking this pad right here, and I'm making this really repetitive pattern. But here I'm changing up the notes like every 2 bars. So this is different, this is different, this, and here at the end of the 8 bars it changes up. And yeah, here again, as you can see, I'm going up to E. Even if the E note is not in the scale, still, you know, sounds cool. Here I have just EQ. I'm boosting the higher frequencies a little bit and cutting out the lows. But then after that, I have phase mistress. And here I just went slow sweeps and 23/12 standard. And if I take that off, it sounds like this. It creates a cool phasing effect with the whole pulsating pad, whatever it is. Just after that, I have the last thing on the melody, and that's a lead, the Teramax lead. Really recognizable glow sound. The really important part of this beat is like these drums. As y'all saw, these melodies doesn't have like any crazy patterns or anything like that. Everything is just like repeating and playing the same notes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, on Teramax lead I have fruity reverb just to give it some more depth. That's that. I'ma just play the whole melody for y'all so y'all can hear how really simple it is. And after that I'm breaking the drums. Let's get it. And yeah, that's the whole melody. Let's just move on to the drums. So yeah, let's get it. So right here I have like 6 drum sounds. I mean 7. I have the snare roll right here. Then I have some effects. I'm gonna break down those effects after the drums. So yeah, let's just go into the first sound. I just started off with the snare, this Chief Keef snare. And you know, you don't really need not much to that pattern. Just a cool little pattern. And yeah, really simple beat for like placements also. Yeah, after that snare I just added a D-Rich chant. Classic trap chant. Everyone knows that sound. And yeah, that chant hits right after the snares. What next? Just then I added a hi-hat, this D-Rich hi-hat from D-Rich kit. I have a few rolls right here. It's basically just 4 bars and repeated over, so no crazy stuff with that. And yeah, that pattern is just repeated over. Yeah, I just started off with this like 6-note roll, go Alt and U, and then you can do every kind of rolls right here. And then you can just do this manually, like that shortened note and do like that. Then I just repeated that over like that. Then I made another little roll before the snare, and then at the end of these 4 bars another roll. Then I just copied that over. I sometimes boost the sounds. For example, I boost the high end or the low end, depending of the sound of course. But yeah, now this crash, I had to add some more like high end sound, like crashes or open hats. Yeah, just that crash, none crazy with it. I'ma play right now these 4 sounds that I have broken down. Y'all can get the bounce and y'all can really see what I did after that. Now the like sauce of the beat, the 808. Now this 808, this distort spins, this is from my kit there. As you can hear, I added fast disc and it's pretty low on the mix level, so if I over exaggerate it, it sounds like this. But yeah, we don't want that, so let's just put it back down to 13%. And yeah, simple fruity fast disc. And then of course I have another pattern for it. With the pattern I let the 808 like breathe kind of, so just this first note like that. After the 2 bars the 808 would normally hit like this again, but what I did, I took the note out and I let the 808 breathe like more, so then the beat has a lot of space for the rapper, which I really like. And then at the end of the 4 bars this note goes up to A sharp. Then I just copy that. Really important to leave room for the rapper with the 808s. Yeah, just after the 808 I have this hat open one, this 808 Mafia open hat. On the open hat I had nothing on the mixer, you know. And then the really important part of the beat, after each section, so as you can see here I have like this intro, this is intro, then this is like the hook, and before the hook I have this snare roll, this snare right here from Click God, and this is just like a really tight roll. And on the panning, as you can hear, I panned them a little bit. I went quite random with the panning, as you can see. So this just goes from, and yeah, that's just a snare roll. I mean, that plays right before the next section, so here we have this verse, here it plays again before the hook. And now we have broken down the drums, really simple drums, but the main point of this beat is the drums are basically the main part of the beat. First sound effect is just this Click God pew pew shells. And yeah, that just plays on the downbeat, as you can see, like at the beat. And just after that I have this sweep riser one. So this beat just starts with the 4 count and Dying to Live tag, and my tag comes right after those. The beat has these 4 counts and right after those it just drops.
Dying to live.
That's the whole beat. That's really fire, really simple also, as y'all saw. None crazy with the melodies or the drums. But yeah man, I hope every one of y'all enjoyed. Go follow my IG at MikeBeats_. I'm trying to get 1000 followers this year. I ain't got not much else. New videos dropping really soon, new loop kit dropping soon, and I'm working on a big drum kit. And see you in the next video. Peace.
Dying to live.